Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Maine Morgue. I, as always, am your host, Jamie Santamore. I'll start off this week saying that I hope everybody out there had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope you all had a great time. Everybody's doing good. The holiday season is over. Crisis averted, I guess, for another year. 360 plus days till Christmas. Yay! I'm going to just jump right in this week and start talking about movie talk. This week's movie was Die Hard, released in 1988, written by Jeb Stewart and Stephen E. D'Souza. I hope I said that right. Directed by John McTiernan. I don't know how to say that. Hopefully I said it right. Die Hard, I thought was an amazingly written movie, a brilliant script. This was actually the first action movie I can remember seeing as a child. I might add that this is also my favorite Christmas movie. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Bruce Willis is amazing in this movie. Alan Rickman was incredible as Hans Gruber. The pacing of this movie I thought was very well done, very exciting. It had a fair pace of ups and downs. You know, the ebb and flow of the movie was perfect. The action sequences in this movie were fantastic. The dialogue in this movie is really good. The back and forth between Hans and, as he calls John, the cowboy, is very well done. And, you know, I found myself, when I was watching this movie, and I did watch it on Christmas Eve with my wife, who hates Die Hard, by the way. She doesn't like action movies. Typical, you know? Anyways, I found myself rooting for both Hans and John McClane in this movie at times. And that shows how brilliantly this movie was written. Because you can find yourself rooting for the bad guy. The cops were really dumb in this movie, and I understand that they're supposed to be. I mean, the deputy chief, who was the principal in The Breakfast Club, I can never remember his name. I could probably look it up on IMDb. He was just a real jackass in this movie, and I think he plays that really well. I mean, I'm not insulting the guy. He does an amazing job in that role. The FBI agents were dicks, and I mean, whatever. That's how most FBI people are written in movies, is they're cocky and arrogant and so forth and so on. And I guess that's to show that they're in control of the situation, which, for lack of a better way to put it, really makes sense for this type of movie. John McClane defeats Hans and crew, which, I mean, is classic cinema for everybody. I mean, the bad guy wins, the good guy loses. It's just the way it is. I actually rated this movie a perfect 5 out of 5 because it's an incredible movie. It's a great Christmas movie. And I think I'm going to make it a Christmas tradition to watch Die Hard and Die Hard 2, which also takes place on Christmas. All right, next up, I'm going to get fan mail out of the way. You guys sent me, and I'm going to tell you, I was late prepping for the show, so I just picked 6 random-ass questions. There's no, rhyme or reason. Here we go. You wear a lot of black. I was wondering, is black your favorite color? No, actually purple is my favorite color. I like purple, pink, maroon, this shade of blue. I don't know what shade it is, but I love this shade of blue. So yeah, I would say pink and purple are my favorite colors. Next question. You love the DC universe. Who would you rather team with? Arrow or the Flash? Probably the Flash, because the Flash is I love the Flash. He was my favorite as a kid growing up because I was a fast runner. And I really wish my mother would have named me Barry Allen, but anyways, I digress. I think Team Arrow would just be a little too much for me physically because I'm not into that type of. I'm more of a smarts kind of guy. So I would team with Team Flash. Next question. I know you write horror slasher movies, but you watch a lot of action and comedy movies. Would you ever write and or direct an action or comedy movie? Yes, I've actually written several treatments for action movies. And I guess in a way you could say the sci-fi movie I'm currently working on is a lot of action. So yes, I would, and I probably will in the future. Keep in mind, I've only completed 2 films, and I have dozens written. So, hope that answers your question. You've been doing this show for about 6 months now. What is the theme of the show? I read this question, and it's the first time I've ever been asked this. So, and it kind of took me off guard. It caught me off guard a little bit, because I really don't know. I mean, it's called the Maine Morgue. I write and produce and direct horror movies. And that was the original idea, was just to talk about horror, but then I started to realize that I'm not one-dimensional. I like horror, I like action, I like comic books movies, I like sci-fi, I like romance movies, I like all these different genres, and I watch a lot of different genres of TV. And that's when the show started to change, when I started talking about TV shows like Arrow, Flash, Legends, Gotham, Scream Queens, and just about every other show I watch. Conviction, I love Conviction. I love the new USA show, Shooter, which I love the movie too. And I guess the theme of the show is pretty much whatever the hell I want to talk about. And I said that from the get-go, that the Maine Morgue would be roughly a half hour every week of whatever the hell I wanted to talk about that week. So I guess the theme of the show is whatever the hell I want it to be from week to week. Next question. You have been making movies for a couple of years now. What's the best and worst part of being on set? The best part, hands down, is getting to see my work come to life. Getting to see my script come to life. Watching actors ply their craft to make my movie. I really enjoy watching actors work and show me their craft and show the audience their craft. And, every minute we spend on set with the camera rolling is getting me closer and closer to completing that movie and continuing my dream. I would say that the worst part of being on set is being away from my family. I can remember last year when we were shooting Sins of Man, Rise of Mortis. We were on set for, I think it was like 38 hours. I was away from home for 38 hours. We were on set probably 25 of that. And that's including supper breaks and all that stuff. But yeah, that was hard because I came home the next day. It was very early on a Sunday morning. I had just sat down in the chair. I was going to kick the recliner back and just take a nap for a couple hours until my kids got up. And my mother-in-law called. And I told her I would help her if I got home early enough on Sunday morning that I could get some sleep. So she calls me. The second my ass hit that chair, the phone rings. And I'm like, ugh. So I answer the phone. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I haven't slept in 38 hours. No big deal. So, anyways, the hardest part is being away from my family and being away from home. We have a new kitten, a cat. He's actually a year old now. He's around here somewhere. So that's kind of hard because he's daddy's boy. But yeah, the hardest part is definitely being away from home. Last question this week. With a lot of indie filmmakers out creating content, what makes you different or sets you apart from others? Again, I get this question a lot, but this is the first time I've ever tried to answer it. And it's really hard for me to answer that because, again, I only have 2 films out. And actually I have 1 film out and 1 in post-production. So what sets me apart is I'm trying to create a trilogy. I didn't want to do just 1 movie. And when I started promoting Sins of Man, I came right out before I did crowdfunding or anything, and I told everybody on social media and the internet and across the globe that this was going to be a trilogy. So I think that's what sets me apart from other filmmakers. Most filmmakers, I'm pretty sure, when they start out, don't say, oh, I'm going to make a trilogy. They start out movie by movie by movie or project by project by project. I actually came out and said that I'm going to do a trilogy. Now, as for what comes after the trilogy, like I said, I've got a bunch of projects that are just ready to go. We just have to pick the right one. So that is fan mail this week. Moving on. I want to update you guys on the long-awaited Star Wars episode of the show. It's going to be a special edition. It won't be like episode 25, 26, 27. It will be its very own episode, separate from the Maine Morgue podcast. The show will be taped over New Year's weekend. And the reason I'm delaying it is because I ordered some pretty cool Star Wars t-shirts with some Christmas money that I got. And I want to wear one of them when I do the show. And I'm going to have Star Wars toys and memorabilia and stuff on the table here. I might throw my Carrie Fisher autograph on the wall back there. She's actually on my wall, my horror wall right up there, because she was in Scream 3. But no, I actually have a picture of her in the Princess Leia gold bikini that she signed for me with that picture, actually. So, and by the way, thoughts and prayers to Carrie Fisher. I know she's dealing with some health issues and tough times, and I just want to send my best to her. I know she's probably never going to see this show, but thoughts and prayers are with you, Carrie. May the force be with you, and I hope to see you soon back doing what you love to do. Moving on. I've been watching a lot of Star Wars theories on YouTube. And you guys are great. I love all the stuff you guys do. I watch probably 3 or 4 hours of it a day. And use your theories to form my own theories. And when I talk about the 7 movies, because I will be excluding Rogue One because I have yet to see Rogue One. My local theater, I don't believe, is playing it because they're buttheads. They might be. I haven't been downtown lately. I live in a very small town, so, you know, the fact that we have a movie theater is fucking awesome. So, yeah, it'll be done over New Year's weekend. Hopefully I'll start it on Friday, get it done by Sunday, and be able to upload it on Tuesday, because it'll take me a while to render it, because I'm sure it's going to be a long-ass fucking show. And I got some things I'm going to do with it. It's not going to just be a straight-up episode. I'll talk about one episode, we'll do a little cutaway, come back, talk about episode 2, do a little cutaway, come back, talk about episode 3. And I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to try to spice it up a little bit. And if you guys like that type of stuff, let me know in the comments, and I will try to add that stuff here on the show. I'm very new at editing and fades and things like that. I'm trying to learn it, but there's only 24 hours in a day. Which, speaking of that, while I've got you guys' attention here on the show, starting effectively today, I implemented a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 business hours for Wicked Carnival Productions and the Maine Morgue. I record these shows late at night. I mean, here it is, 10:47 on Monday night. But that doesn't count. I'm talking about like the day-to-day operations business of Sins of Man, Wicked Carnival Productions, and the Maine Morgue. So if you have, I will answer emails, social media, that kind of stuff. Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Unless I'm working on a production, and then I will try to keep the 9 to 5 hours unless I'm going to set on a Friday, Thursday, Friday. I usually work Saturdays and Sundays when I'm shooting, so it should not affect the daily business operations. Mail will still go out on Saturdays for anybody that orders DVDs or pictures or whatever. Coming in 2017, I'm going to put pictures and stickers and things like that on our website for ordering. So stay tuned for that. WickedCarnivalProductions.com. That is where you go to get all of the episodes of the Maine Morgue, my Horror Pack indie movie reviews, my special edition videos will be there, as well as here on YouTube. Speaking of it being New Year's, you know, it's almost here. This will air on Wednesday, so it'll be the following, Sunday? By the way, Christmas on a Sunday really screwed me up. All day long today, it's Monday. And all day long I'm thinking, oh my God, what a Sunday. Why can't I watch football? Football was on Saturday. My wife and I thought it was Sunday on Saturday because it was football was on. New Year's resolutions is something that I don't particularly do. I mean, 5 years ago on New Year's, I became a vegetarian. And this year, I want to focus on fitness, getting into better physical and mental condition. My uncle-in-law got me this cool Fitbit for Christmas. Wow, I took 7,862 steps today. Damn, I was busy. So I want to try to get into better shape. I'm, probably 30 pounds overweight, at least. So, I just want to be a better person physically, mentally. I want to try to better myself as much as I can. I want to learn some more techniques with filmmaking and makeup. I want to be a better person, basically, is what my New Year's resolution is. And I'm not like a bad person. I'm a very good person. I'm a very generous person with my time and money, and I help people when I can. Granted, I'm not a millionaire. God, I wish. Somebody win the lottery, please. Let me win the lottery, please. Just once. When it's like $800 million. Just once. I'd be happy with that. I would give most of the money to charity. But yeah, those are my resolutions. I was wondering, what are some of you guys' resolutions? And I mean, if you got the typical ones, lose weight, stop drinking, stop smoking, go on a diet, let me hear them in the comments below here on YouTube, or you can email me directly. themainmorgue@gmail.com. One of my Christmas gifts this year was The Flash Season 1 on DVD, as well as Arrow Season 4. So I now have all 4 current seasons of Arrow that are available on DVD. I've been rewatching The Flash, and I absolutely love The Flash. Like I said earlier in the show, it's my absolute favorite show or character when I was a kid, because I was a fast runner. I ran track in junior high and freshman year of high school? Sophomore year of high school. One of those. 1 year I was ineligible because I failed the class. I figured I'd never use accounting. I was going through a rough patch. Anyways, getting off topic, Jamie. Pay attention. Pay attention. The acting in this series is really cool. I like the characters. And I'm not a big, I've said 100 times on the show, I'm not a big comic book person. But I love the TV shows and the movies because they're all connected. You know what I mean? You don't have to read 500 issues of The Flash to understand the Flash TV show. And thanks to the advent of the internet, you can go to Wikipedia, DC Comics, YouTube. Pagey is a guy, Pagey, is an amazing guy who does Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow videos. And I think he reviews pretty much every episode, if not every episode. I just recently subscribed to him and just found his stuff. An amazing, amazing YouTube channel Pagey has. So, Pagey, if you see this, good job, bud. Keep up the hard work. I love all your stuff. And they really made the story compelling from episode 1 all the way to currently where we are in episode 3, halfway through season 3. Episode 3, what the fuck? Yeah, Jamie, only the first 3 episodes were interesting. Jesus, you think I'm tired? I might like fucking wired tonight. No, I mean, see, I rant and my throat gets dry. See what happens? They made this story compelling from episode 1 all the way to where we are now, halfway through season 3. And they really made this show must watch every week for you to understand the story and make sense of it and make sure that you know what's going on. And all these people on YouTube that make these videos, if you miss something, they help you understand it, or they explain it to you and tell you why it's relevant. So that really helps, especially in the superhero genre of TV. People keep saying, and I just watched, I think I got one more episode on disc 1. I started watching it last night, which was Christmas night. And I didn't notice in maybe it's episode 3, Caitlin Snow, who's played by Danielle Panabaker, amazing actress, by the way. Loved her in Friday the 13th, 09. And I love her in this. She makes a reference to fire and ice. That her and Ronnie were fire and ice. He becomes Firestorm, the original Firestorm, and she later becomes Killer Frost. So I never picked up on that until last night when I was watching it for the second time. So I thought that was really cool. And they do that a lot. They give you little hints. And, you know, episode 1 of The Flash, the pilot, he was off in another city after hearing rumors of a man who could bend steel with his bare hands. And then he was off to Coast City because he heard a legend of a man who could talk to fish. I mean, that's Aquaman and Superman right there. So you know they're thinking about, you know they're thinking about bringing Aquaman and Superman into the DC universe at some point. I mean, and they did with Supergirl when they moved it to the CW this year. I mean, and they've showed Ferris Air, which is where Hal Jordan and or the better known as the Green Lantern, made his home life. So, you know, they're trying to build this story, even from episode 1, moving forward. Excuse me. So, again, I'm going to just kind of wrap this up about The Flash. I will probably definitely go out and get Flash Season 2 so I can keep up to date on it. Because my wife and I made the mistake of ordering, I think it was Criminal Minds. She got the first 2 seasons, and we started collecting in Season 7. In the middle of Season 7, we started buying the DVDs, and we finally just got Season 10. Last month? Month before? I can't remember. Last summer? And we're still trying to get Season 11. So what I'm saying is I'm being proactive in getting my DC Universe stuff under control early. After I collect Flash Season 2, I'll probably run out and get Supergirl Season 1 and Legends Season 1. So I'm up on top of that shit. I don't want to have to wait 10 years. Well, folks, that appears to be all I have. Wow, another short show. It's because I ain't got nothing to watch on TV, folks. I could tell you about the boring Monday Night Raw, which isn't even over yet. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this show. I really love doing this show for you guys. It's fun. It's entertaining for me. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any suggestions or constructive criticism, I'm not above getting constructive criticism. Send it to me. themainmorgue@gmail.com. Comment below in the comment section. I reply to just about every comment, whether it's positive or negative. Excuse me. I want to take this opportunity because I'll miss you guys over the weekend. So, Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. I want you guys to be able to come back here next week and see the Maine Morgue episode number 26. So take care, everybody, this weekend. And as always, may the force be with you. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys next week.